Hillsborough County School Board, they talked with healthcare professionals, and they decided it was best to delay in-person learning. Why is your commissioner going against that?
Well, I'll let him weigh in. But, I think if you, I think we'll, I said from the very beginning of this, there is going to be flexibility. I told school districts, if you don't think you're ready on your normal date, you need to move it back, move it back. And I think that we should be flexible, and you should be attuned, to the circumstances on the ground. At the same time, some of this stuff's just not debatable anymore. I mean, the fact is, in terms of the risk to school kids, this is lower risk than seasonal influenza. In terms of their ability to spread it, they're less likely to spread it than they are for that. And so that's just kind of where we're at on that. And so then beyond that is really a policy decision about, how important is it to get students back in the classroom, and how do you balance that against not zero risk, but I would say, would be low risk.
The opportunity to open or close is 100%. We've given that flexibility to the locals. And that was what the emergency order did at their request. They're asking us to say, hey, what do we do if we need to come up with an innovative model? How does that funding work? And so we did an emergency order, gave them that complete flexibility. We did the emergency order so that those locals would not have to worry about getting funded less. It was to give them the true flexibility to be able to serve every single person here in this room. We have one district who submitted a plan, liked their plan, and then suddenly went back. And they have that right. They have that right. Is it right by parents? Is it right by students? Is it right by teachers? No, it's not.
I don't think anyone would dispute at this point, as a medical matter, this is low risk for school-age children. It's less risk, the CDC has pointed out, much less risk than seasonal influenza. And I also think it's pretty clear that the school children are not the drivers of community spread. But the risks are, what I would say, low for the students. The risk of the schools being real drivers of the epidemic, certainly that's not been validated in the observed experience up to this point. So in that sense, you take that and then you have to look, what are the costs of not offering in person, and then make that judgment.
I think what the governor has laid out is, and what we have done is to say maximum flexibility, maximum certainty on funding, and choice. And that is a great system, and I think every district should embrace it. And I think you're seeing every district, for the most part, is embracing it because it's a great system.